Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today joined by
Brett
of Anomyces. Today doing Brett's birthday share.
Hooray.
Hooray! Brett is turning 27 years of age.
Is it worth celebrating? I don't know, but
always worth celebrating a birthday. Just living is something worth celebrating. That's why you shouldn't sit on all your hype and you should just drink it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to trade, of course.
Yeah.
No, but it's Brett's birthday on Thursday. Brett is going to Aarhus to produce a record with his band. So he won't be able to, do anything but play music and do record stuff for the next few weeks. So we get a share in just before his birthday, just like we did with my birthday.
Yeah, same tactic.
Yeah, and luckily we have some awesome stuff to try, like this one that we got courtesy of Andre.
Yes.
Parallel World on Instagram, Facebook as well, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome dude in Switzerland who sent a care package with Monkish and other IPAs, and also some Swiss beer. And this is the last Monkish beer we have left. This is Monkish Beats is Infinite. One of their first famous.
Have we had this at MBCC?
I'm not sure. I know we've had Foggier Window, and that was one of the ones we really. I think we might have missed this one.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've had this at MBCC. I haven't tried it.
I haven't checked it in on Untappd, so maybe I have tried it, but without checking it in.
Okay. I'm not sure if I've tried it.
Unless, me neither, but who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
This is 4 weeks old, so, prime time Monkish territory. Yeah. This is 8.3% New England double IPA, only hopped with Galaxy.
Yep.
And this was from when the Galaxy craze was a big thing, where there was only, loads of IPAs with only Galaxy, and people were just like, "Whoa, we need more Galaxy hopped IPAs."
Back in 16, 15, 17, it was like Galaxy all everywhere.
So, or at least where everyone was trying to only do things with Galaxy.
And we also know that Galaxy works very well in higher ABV hobby beers.
Yes, it works best in double IPAs and stuff, just because you need that sweetness. And it's Monkish, and this is the first time that's happened in quite a while. The other Monkish cans, the Hip Hop Squared, it was kind of like the same, but this for me was more intense. Just like as soon as I cracked it, I could smell it. So let's check it out here. It pours a gorgeous color. It looks like all the Monkish beers.
Thick, actually.
Thicker than the ones we had
completely opaque.
It's super opaque, but that bright, bright yellow orange kind of color.
You never get that proper orange. It's always this very, very light orange, almost yellow.
And a white head. I wonder if it's a very similar base recipe for all their beers and the IPAs. Probably for a lot of them.
Yeah.
But it looks fantastic.
Yes.
Let's check out the aroma. Wow. That smells so good. Yeah. That is such a Galaxy bomb. It's so much overripe cantaloupe melon, but this has that old school Wrigley's Juicy Fruit bubblegum galore too. There's so many esters on this. This is like treehouse.
It just has esters, that doughy sweetness to build up that juiciness.
There's definitely a little bit of earthiness underneath and pepperiness
and grassy
from the noble hop heritage.
And I'm getting a bit of that basil thing that I'm sometimes getting, but I really like that.
Do you know what? It reminds me more than basil, Thai basil, because it's almost slightly minty. Like for me, it's more Thai basil, and Thai sweet basil, and I got that on one of the other Monkish beers because we're talking about it. I don't think I mentioned in the video, but it's totally for me Thai sweet basil.
Yeah, I see that. It has this more kind of zesty basil kind of.
And that's what Thai sweet basil has, because regular basil is a bit more. It's not plain. It's more easygoing maybe.
And
it has a bit more
sweetness. Sweeter, of course, for an herb, but
so much so much overripe stone fruit too, really gushing.
I thought about apricot when but like an apricot ester, like not hoppy apricot, if that makes sense.
It's like loads of estery profiles. Also really I'm getting overripe mango and papaya.
Maybe like a bit of like a mango sorbet-esque thing.
It's actually quite sorbet like. It's like a tropical melon stone fruit sorbet type thing. It is mouth-watering.
It smells like it's peaking right now. Yeah, so let's try it.
Cheers. Thanks, Andre.
Cheers.
Oh, Monkish can do no wrong. Wow.
That's really good, man.
And it is so well balanced. Yeah. This is peaking as we're talking.
Yeah. It's just the perfect balance of a bit of this grassy, slightly herbal thing, and then lots of juiciness. You know, it's just
boatloads of juice.
Yeah,
it has
and it's not savory.
No.
Like, yeah, it's just.
I think there's the lightest hint of savoriness, but there's so many esters and like that really overripe juicy profile and sweet profile that it's just kept in check. Because Galaxy, as we said, often goes into savory and oniony and garlicky and spicy, peppery, but everything, like all those are kept in check, those flavors, because of like the sweetness. And
they just cut where they have to.
Yeah, and the fun thing is like, we've talked about before, sometimes Galaxy isn't that great on its own, but when you can nail it like this, you don't need it. It's crazy how well Henry does it.
Yeah.
Like,
but I also feel like his... we talk a lot about bases with stouts, but I also feel like the base he's done for this hop with, you know, the base malts and the yeast and stuff is, you know, just perfectly in tune with this hop. You can definitely sense this is a beer that's been brewed several times before.
And it's been worked a lot.
It's fine-tuned.
Yeah. It's pretty much tuned into a T.
Yeah.
So much Thai basil too. Like, and I don't think that's something for everyone, Thai sweet basil type flavor, because it's a sing sharp minty basil herbal thing. And it's very unique, but I think it's because mainly of intense hop saturation, and then it's a combo of the hop flavors paired with maybe a hint of ester, but the main reason for green herb, I think, is hop saturation.
Yeah.
More so than anything.
Yes, I think so. It also has a very like nice doughy mouthfeel.
And it's so drinkable. Like, this is one of the most drinkable double IPAs I've ever had. I just want to crush this, and it's almost 8.5%.
Yeah, although it's really, you know, it's so expressive, but it's not killing your palate.
Talk about balance in your England IPA, but this is what I love Monkish for as well, because they're so pin bright, but they're also overripe and juicy. They have those super pillowy, fluffy mouthfeels. This is so fluffy.
Yeah.
Talk about sipping on a cloud.
It's more fluffy than the last two we had.
Yeah, they were a bit more
hip hop
bright.
And the China Shop Blues.
Yeah, but it's so well balanced.
Yeah.
It like a lot of brewers tend to focus on like the hop saturation in their New England IPAs, and some it's more the yeast, and some it's more malt, or whatever. And for me, it seems like Monkish is just like they're combining everything a bit more. Like, it's so well rounded in terms of product.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not overly sweet. It has also, again, the esters we talked about are also still going on for me. Like, lots of that kind of wiggly juicy fruit, bubblegum, jackfruit-esque thing, stone fruit.
An apricot sorbet-esque thing.
Yeah, and
mango sorbet-esque. It has this.
And I think it's also just like really overripe mango and papaya.
Yeah.
Almost like, what the hell is it called? I think, it's probably like sorbet with some chunks of fruit in it still.
Yeah, it's not completely,
Yeah, because it's not like all that tartsingy and sweet and whatever. There's almost like a dried kind of fruit. You know, sometimes because you get that sometimes in chunk form in sorbets.
Yeah.
But also, it does have a little bit of a bright expression in terms of tropical fruit, but it's just a tiny, slightly generic vibe. Mainly, I think, like a pineapple passion fruit thing, but...
I think it's more like the brightness is more that herbal.
Yeah, that's
like
more so. But I'm definitely
like
getting a little bit of bright tropical.
Yeah.
The bright thing is 100% like a
that Thai basil thing,
basil.
because that's super bright. You know, also if you guys smelled basil, you know, it's a very bright and refreshing kind of aroma.
Yeah.
So that to me is kind of what balances it out with all the juiciness. So
I'm getting so much Thai sweet basil, but also like green herb. Marijuana, there's some flavor of that in there too. The more you drink it, there's a little bit, not without being like crazy dank, but there's a little bit of it, just like green herb taste.
Yeah, like really fresh aromatic green herbs. Again, Thai basil is probably the best descriptor.
Yeah.
So
97.
Yeah.
World class double IPA.
I was actually thinking 98.
Yeah, I was thinking towards the 98, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'd sit on the 97 actually compared to the 98. I was thinking, the first thing that hit my head was 98, and I was thinking maybe it could be a bit more pop. It's really popping.
Yeah, it is.
So it is around 97
and 98. Change.
It's definitely a 4.75 on Untapped for me.
Yeah.
This is the best double IPA I've had in a very long time.
Yeah. And sorry, just say what you want.
Trek Brewing in Europe is really close with the like the gold top one.
That was pretty close to this.
Something like
this is a bit more popping, and a bit more expressive, and maybe not necessarily a lot more complex, but it's just a bit more
and maybe
vibrant.
it has a bit and it has a bit more. It's more vibrant and more like definable nuances because some of the other one was also quite definable, but were some nuances in that there was like a bit muddled, like generic fruitiness and stuff like this. This is a bit more like it spikes a bit more. But 97, 98. Phenomenal double IPA. Thanks a ton, dude. Andre, this was awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Just fucking double dry hop Pliny and Monkish, man.
Yeah.
So nice of you, dude. Thanks so much. So, can't recommend Beats is Infinite enough by Monkish. This is fabulous, fabulous IPA. Is it better than the European stuff being produced at the moment? It's just a notch better. And to be honest, like, I have a hard time thinking Putty will be better than this.
But it's also quite different.
It is. It's also a bit more savory, and there's also different hops in it. But Putty is also really, really good. Yeah. Back in the day, that was 100 for me. I don't know if it still would be. We'll see. It will be out this week in Denmark. I'm gonna grab a can and review.
Also depends on the batch. I think it's varied a bit.
Yeah.
Over the last years.
Ooh, that was a tasty burp. But if you guys had a chance to try Beats is Infinite by Monkish, let us know what you thought of it. As always, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're gonna say cheers.
Yes.
See you guys in another beer review.